block. But I find that the best way to get pressure on a play like this, and the majority of these plays, is going to be taking this guy here.
Take good out there on defense. Did they hurry with an extra point or the score already on the board?
Without a doubt, that already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overramped. Others say, I've got 2 touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Cover the running back. If I hard flat,
so whatever I
good with
a PAT.
this gives me an option to be center of the field or to be, like I said, take away the running back or whoever. So I'm going to stay over this tackle for just a second. Formation is
so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Johnson on the return.
The cheapest, fastest, most reliable
brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Matt Money Shots. Slim with the man, Jesus. Always got a top 5 defense video for you guys today. Today, I'm going over my top 5 blitzes and pass defenses.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
If you guys would like to see the full version,
decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in there. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They got to be better with the football on this possession.
The last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Setup, but to me, it's a little bit more consistent when it comes to run plays, especially because there's not as much gaps. But it's a really good pressure package. So, without a doubt, easiest way to do this play. I'm going to do my wide triangle to bring up my coverage adjustments. So I'm going to
shotgun now for Carr.
I'm going to do it.
He's going to take another shot here.
That brings all the
and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Just fine.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender,
so
you got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You got to play the ball real well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? In this case, they managed to get it done.
He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And I still got the sack. Obviously, there was only 5 blockers, so that plays a big part. But let's go to the replay, because like I said, I didn't even do everything I was supposed to be doing. But you can see the alignment. The fact that I'm hard back, the fact that these safeties are a little bit closer to the box than normal, it's going to make it to the point where they get involved.
And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on down.
The short check and releases. Now, as far as the blitz goes, like I said, I want to typically be down over the center, but you can see once again, we have an additional guy sprinting in, so nobody's going to really get open in the amount of time needed. So basically, it's a 6-on-5, which is pretty obvious. But the purpose of this, if we show this in the replay, is ultimately this alignment, this spread, this angle, is why these guys are basically sprinting past.
This to Jarwin, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I just make this one simple.
So it's a really
Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
They lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in.
But I find
that was
the best way to pressure a play like this, and the majority of these
second down and
is
3.
going to be taking this guy here, whoever's over the running back, and bring him in. This is going to be my user. I bring him into the line because I want this offensive line to shift in my direction. So basically, the path to the
stopped immediately there.
Is going to be quickest
no gain
for
that
this
time as it's going to leave
defensive
him with a third and about 3 to go.
The play action is going to take him out of the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hard flat, or whatever I want to do, whatever I decide to do, this gives me an option to basically be the center of the field.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage.
Formation is the 2-4-5.
During this drive, Brandon, and
one of
it
the
looks
best
like
ways
they're
to
going to
run
utilize
this to
him
me
out
is
of the backfield
slaying
any way
defensive
they
line
can.
inside.
At that time, they pick up
And then
the
you want
first
to
down.
put
So
your
now on
X,
defense, you
defensive
assign
end
a
on the
man
bluff
to
blitz.
him
That's the only way
and
to
try
do
and
it. I'm
cover
going to
it
bring
before it gets
my
going.
user here and put him on blitz.
And he'll get this
And
one
right
down
over
to
the
about the
center,
10-yard
back
line.
to the left.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it
Pull away.
2nd and 9.
But
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
That's one of the things about
They'll
this
have
play.
2 remaining as we step aside here in this second
Now, one of the
quarter.
things that makes blocking so good in Madden these days than in previous years is the
Now
ability
2nd
for
and 9 from
linemen
the
to
10.
switch defensive linemen blitzers off. They basically pass them off from one guy to the next. And that's really what makes this play
This is
so good.
Elliott.
There's so much
And
chaos
he'll
on
get this
the
one down to about the
side. A lot of
10-yard
times they'll
line.
make too many switches
2
because they
runs
don't
in a
know what
row,
they're
but
looking
only
at.
2
So you're
yards to
watching
show
Brown
for
here.
it.
He switches
Early
off
down
and
stuff to
basically
put this
passes off the
offense in
first guy.
precarious
Then
position.
he
You
passes
know
off the
this is
second guy
a point of
double
attack,
because he
especially against the
expects
big-bodied guys
the
in the
running
middle of
back
this
to
D.
be
It's
available
got
like
to be
that. The running
priority
back
one.
takes out the cornerback, but you can see how Brown here, like he doesn't know what's going
2
on.
minutes to play, first half. It's 14 to nothing.
The linebacker gets straight through. So a lot of times the cornerback will come in and block, especially if there's no running back blocking. But if the running back is blocking, a lot of times they'll switch to a point where they basically just let the linebacker come in free, making this one of the blitzes of the game. So I'm slant aside. Like I said, that's all you got to do. We're going to bluff our defensive end, come over the center,
On third
create
down, it's
chaos.
Prescott.
Listen, I'm just going to basically back away to the left.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coaches to still stay aggressive on offense.
Just to try to pull all the linemen to this side as much as possible. This is probably the ideal setup. So we're going to do this a couple
Again, in a
times.
similar situation.
Say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, now loosen up things a little bit, Walt. Maybe play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Another reason why I was saying you always want to run this blitzer off of this side, off the opposite side of the running back. It works to stop the run, and it works with the blitz, because this guy here is on a straight pass block, but he cannot get around quick enough to stop this blitz in the quarterback. That's why you always want to make sure that you're blitzing opposite the running back. It works in every situation. So you can see right here, this guy just comes right off the edge screaming. We got a 5-on-6. As we only have 5 blitzers, because I'm not a blitzer, I back out pretty quickly. You should see we have 5 with 6 blockers and the 5 wins. Really easy blitz to set up too.
Yeah, that'll set them back 5.
Although there's a third step. If this cornerback isn't down in the box, into the box enough, you got to move him down. You got to manually move him down. So all you really have to do, face your defensive line, slant them away from the blitzing cornerback, and then bring your user down here. Now I'm also going to do
so the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
But this is pretty much it. So right now,
Carr.
Again, that was a exact same play.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and 1. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
But you can bring this guy down a lot closer, and then this is pretty much going to be the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll find his running back here, Richard.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable. Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have to. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. They'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
As you see
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3 got in 3, and it's 5 blockers. That's
To
insane.
throw on
So
second and
ultimately,
2.
you can see that this quarterback here
He gets it complete to Jackson.
He never gets touched
And
by
they'll wind
anybody.
up getting
The
this one
quarterback
all
on
the
the
way
other
down
side
inside the
does
20.
same thing.
A
Although
big play
Fisher
there
does
for
get
the
off, he does switch
Raiders.
off just in time to basically just get a piece out of it. That never would have mattered. And then what happened over the middle is we get an instant A gap because ultimately these guys
First
the
half
interior
in
line
the
are trying to
books.
figure out
You're
how to
watching
switch
the
and block all these
NFL
guys.
on
So
the
the
EA
center
Sports.
tries to switch off
Both
the
teams making their
64, I
final
guess, and
preparations
then
for the second
I don't
half
know what
of
happened
action.
there.
So with
As
that,
he basically
let's get
just
you
lets
back
him
out
walk
to
right through the
Arlington,
middle. Like I said,
where
this
we
is just a
rejoin
super
Brandon
blitz. The
and
formation
Charles.
itself is the
Welcome
3-4
back.
odd. I'm going to show
Halftime
you
over. We are
plays
ready for
primarily a
quarter
pass defense
number
versus the
3
pinch dog
alongside
press.
Charles
Now, as always,
Davis.
Dave,
I'm
brought to
Brandon
you by
Gaudin.
Point Sponsors at AODH.com. You're going to get your team up and sports on the same time. All you do is check them out.
Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Johnson now to return it.
So I'm going to get 6% off.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The first player is going to be an empty backfield look, but that doesn't really matter. So ultimately, I'm just going to do the exact same setup that I did before. I'm going to base the line, show blitz, and that's going to basically set this pre-snap defense up. The only real change that I'm going to make, I mean, the original video that I showed you guys, I blitzed all
The Raider
linebackers.
offense set to get this drive
That's pretty
started.
much going to be
And
the
they're on the
setup.
short end of
Then
the
I realized
scoreboard
that
here.
it's
Charles,
because
what
I've
adjustments, if
noticed
any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
that when I
Praising the gold
bring
medal
up my
hockey winning
defensive
coach Herb
ends,
Brooks.
I have the option
I just say you
to
continue
drop
to
one of
play
these guys
your
back
game.
straight with a
Throw
vertical
the
hook.
ball. They
And
had
I can
success
still
doing
have
it in the
success.
first
Typically what I
half.
do
So make sure you keep
is
getting the
whatever
ball to
side
your
has worst
playmakers, a
receivers,
little
I'll
bit more
drop
to
the
the
defensive
perimeter
end back to a
perhaps,
vertical hook.
but above
And you'll
all,
see that it basically just gives me an
your
extra
game.
defender. Before I
And
started
take
doing
this
this,
to the other
I was
side
pretty
of
much on
midfield
my
before
own.
going out of
Basically stay in this
bounds.
gap, then I would
Couple
drop
of first
back
downs right in
and try
succession,
to
and this
cover
is an
the middle by
offense
myself.
that can
Now
really
I have
use
the
a good
ability to do
drive,
that.
and
And
they're
you
off
see,
to a
we're really
fast start
happy. We're
here.
going to have a 5-man blitz that will
Here's
get the exact
Jacobs
same
on
amount of
first and
pressure
10.
as the previous
Oh,
6
he's
or
got some
7
breathing
blitz, which is
room.
essentially what it thinks it is because I'm on the blitz.
And he'll
And
take
we'll see we
it
get
into
much
the
better
end
coverage. So,
zone for a
like I said,
Raider
just make sure you
touchdown.
get past.
Josh
This
Jacobs,
is gonna be
boy,
it.
I tell you,
Stay
he is a
for about
complete
half a second
package. The
before I drop
power
back
that he
into the
has to
defensive
run
end.
free, and
Comes
then he's
right
also
off the
got the
edge.
speed to
They
run
basically
away
just
from
chuck
you,
it
as we
up
saw
into the
there.
zone. I
So now
played that
Carr,
poorly.
he'll lead
So
the
here we
Raiders
go
up to
again.
go for
It's a
2.
quick setup too, which is something that's helpful. We're going to give ourselves the vertical hook on the defensive end over the bunch.
Carr
Like I
will
said,
look to
that'll free me
throw.
up a little bit.
Sliding
On the
out
other
of the
side here,
pocket.
you got to
And
either
he's
follow
got
the
it for
running
the
back
two-point
or
conversion.
basically play right over the
So
middle.
they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Which, like I said, we only have 5 guys coming. So watch what
Okay,
happens.
then,
Watch
folks.
what happens to this right tackle because of the vertical hook. Basically,
Following the
he's going to
touchdown,
react
ready to
to that
kick it
vertical
away
hook
is
and block
Carlson.
nobody. The second the play starts, that vertical hook drops back.
A
and he
short
lets the
kick
A-gap
taken at the
linebacker
18.
go right past.
And they're
And
going to
he lets
start
the
this
outside
drive in
linebacker
pretty
go
good
right
shape
around
as they
him.
get
He
it up
stands there
past the
blocking
30.
nobody. So I was going to do this one more time. I'm not going to do this a lot because ultimately I already showed this play. This is just an additional step to give you more coverage. Once again, I have 2 receivers on the left side, so I'm going to come over here, be this linebacker, drop this defensive end back. Like I said, this just gives me more opportunity to do that. If I feel we need to chase that running back down,
About set for
I
this
can.
next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back
But it's
to
a
a
really good
one-score
pressure
game.
So,
And
without
because
a
of
doubt,
that
easiest way
pressure,
to do this play.
because
I'm
it's
going to
now
do
a one-score
my
game,
wide triangle to
they
bring my
know this is where you
I'm
need
going
to
base the
slow
line,
the
and then I'm
momentum
going to
change,
do it again,
because
base the line and
otherwise
show
that
blitz.
could overrun your
That
team.
brings all
You
the
got to be careful right here.
defenders down. I can
It's
also
room to run
show
now.
blitz again to
And he's
back
going to be
these
out
guys
of
up,
bounds, but not
which
before
I
he
think
takes
is
it
just fine
inside the
because ultimately
40.
I find the play guy
46 yards now on the ground at just 7
so this is pretty much
carries.
going to be the
Sometimes
base.
it's hard to
Then the
believe,
next thing we'll do is I'm going
there
to
are
use my
times this
D-pad
game
to
is
left
about
and
patience,
ground to
isn't
finish
it?
that defensive
Guys have
line.
the game
Then I'm going to
expected,
go the
but that
opposite
run there,
direction.
that may get him
D-pad
going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away.
Now
And
there, I
Boston
didn't
is
even do
open.
it.
That's a good start for
I
him.
wasn't paying attention. I didn't even do the full setup right, and I still got the
Third
sack.
quarter of a tight
Obviously,
football
there's
game
like
as we
5 blockers, so
come
that
up
plays
on a
big part.
second
Let's
and
go to the
10.
replay, because like I said, I didn't even do everything I was supposed to be doing. But you can see the alignment. The fact that I'm the fact that these coaches are playing a little bit closer to the box than normal, it's going to make it to the point where they get involved in
another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders'
but ultimately,
21.
hard flat. So even though these guys are back off, they would play down to
what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the gouge, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Additional guys stepping in. So nobody's going to really get open.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
So basically, it's a 6-on-5, which is pretty obvious. But the purpose of this is ultimately this alone, this spread, this angle, is why these guys are basically scripted fast. It's just they just don't take it. It's the defensive line and snap. Now that it's been blitz off. You guess that. So it's a really good stuff. It's really not that long.
Take off and go.
I've been tweeting for over a year. I can do it blindfolded. So then I really have 2 options. Number 1, this is a play action play. So the running back's going to stay and block. But I find that the best way to pressure a play like this, and the majority of these plays, is when you take this guy here, right over the running back, and bring him in. This is going to be my usual. I bring him into the line because I want this offensive line to shift in my direction. So basically, the path to around the running back is going to be quickest for this defensive end. After that, because the play action basically and he being on this side,
Ezekiel Elliott,
to basically just drop
a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Inside. And then you want to put your X.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it.
This
is going to be called. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And of course, on the 2-point try, the option to pass it down the box.
Took pretty straightforward, didn't it? No open receiver. Ball's put on him. 2 points for them.
Now, one of the things that makes blocking so good and bad in these days than in previous years is the ability for linemen to switch defensive linemen and blitzers off. They basically pass them off from one guy to the next. And that's really what makes this play so glitchy. There's so much chaos going on over on the side that a lot of times they'll make too many switches because they don't know what to look at.
Touchdown, it's
so he'll kick it away. Switches off, he basically passes off the first guy. Then he passes off the second guy.
Johnson now returning.
The running back to be available.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
You can see how Brown here, he doesn't know what's going on. He just basically does a double switch and ends up blocking nobody. He just lets the linebacker get straight through. So a lot of times the cornerback will come in and block, especially if there's no running back blocking. But if the running back is blocking, a lot of times they'll switch to a point where they basically just let the linebacker come in free, making this one of the blitzes in the game. So I'm slant aside.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. When in doubt, they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Defensive line and slant him to the left.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10.
I find this to be the best ever because I also find you guys have motion this guy over here just to try to pull all the line.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So we're going to do this
under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
The running back was blocking.
It's a screen to Rashard. And he went nowhere. It went backwards, back to the 33. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, now are you rushing the passer? You're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway.
Continue a double team and it's intercepted. Picked up by Monte Casey. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 80-yard line. They exited the pocket, trying to improvise guys, that was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up with the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open.
This is taken in, it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play, that's out through the air. 22 yards.
Again, I look at the exact same play. Now, the formation is the dollar sugar 3-2. No, the number one pass defense on this to me, I mean, I love cover 2. I'm going to say it's the 5-2. Now, as far as this setup goes, it's going to look a lot like the previous setup. I mean, I'll do my defense one more time, do the contain, guess pass, and then put my user on the blitz one more time. I have my option of bringing these safeties down, which makes a lot of sense, but ultimately, you don't want to bring this guy in too far away from his responsibility because there is a receiver out there, but you can bring this guy down a lot closer, and then this is pretty much going to be the play. Like I said, I'm going to guess pass. I'm just going to basically, drop back the second the play starts like you do on most blitzes in this game, and then you just even get instant pressure off the side there, which is going to be something that you get against any look, any formation. So watching the replay, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing. Under center, obviously, is going to be huge. But the running back is on the left. He does play action. He takes my position.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
We get 2 free guys in. Both of the cornerbacks get free. You can see, I don't know if it's because I feel these offense so well, but this is one of the best offensive lines in the game. And
now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
These guys here are probably the 2 best linemen on the team, and they end the play blocking nobody.
Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And that's going to be helpful. You can also leave these guys
out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, they're even more cautious when you start that next drive. Or no, you just throw that out the door.
I think you are.
So ultimately, you can see that this quarterback here comes in pretty off the edge, as you know, gets touched by anybody. The quarterback on the other side does the exact same thing, although Fisher does get up. He does get up just
for the third time thus far.
And then what happens over the middle is you get an instant A-gap, because ultimately these guys in the interior are trying to figure out how to switch. So instead of trying to switch off the 64, I guess.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They're suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but being able to adjust to anything they try to throw out and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well.
All you do is check them out and discount code email. That's right, they changed it up. They're actually giving you guys 6% off right now if you use discount code email rather than a traditional discount code, which is money. So if you want to get 6% off with discount code email, you get 6% off everything on the website. Now, I went ahead and I chose random gun. The
so
first
they
player
throw the pick six, they'll get another shot at it now.
Ultimately, I'm just going to do the exact same setup that I did before. I'm going to base it on show blitz, and that's going to basically set this pre-snap defense.
He'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone
the
down
original video that I showed you guys, I blitzed all linebackers and I guessed pass. That's pretty much going to be the setup now. But now I realize that it's not just because I would do
that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Flush that line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Side has most receivers. I would drop defensive end back there, and you'll see that it basically just gives me an extra defender. Before I start doing this, I was
Bulldozes past him, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
By myself. Now I have the ability to do that, and you can see we really have a 5-man blitz that would get the exact same amount of pressure as the previous 6 or 7.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Stay home for about a half a second before I drop back. You see the defensive end comes right off the edge, and they're basically just chucking it up into the zone. I played that poorly. So here we go again. We're going to give it's a quick setup too, which is something that's helpful. We're going to give ourselves the vertical
being chased out there
over the bunch. Like I said, that'll free me up a little bit.
Right back to
on the other side,
He's got it this time.
And
he'll be stopped right at midfield.
See, we get some crazy pressure. I think we have 2 guys coming in there. Which, like I said, we're going to have 5 guys coming. So watch what happens here. This is super blitzy. Watch what happens to this right tackle here because of the vertical hook. Basically, he's going to react to that vertical hook and block nobody. The second the play starts, that vertical hook drops back. And he lets the A-gap linebacker go right past.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble in second down.
He just stands there and blocks nobody. So I was going to do it one more time. I'm not going to do that. Let's do this a lot.
From the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Reaction to that hook throw, he's basically just going to let this guy run right past him. And the quarterback has to just chuck it up right away. So I'm going to end the video there.
Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, apologies. And we'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. From the 38, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Most importantly, I'm putting up this big
Running left side, and it's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Dallas. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So, other than that, if you guys want to do videos like this again in the future, hit the like button in the comment section. And that's it. Let's get right to the video.
Throwing here, Prescott.
Bench cover 3, just put the RB route on the street.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
If you really want to spread the defense, you can look at running back out, put him on a streak or some kind, just to keep that safety over as much as possible.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
So very easy one-play touchdown against cover 3.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got it open there, the tight end Jarwin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done, really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one represent, and that's the player ball. And I say multiple so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
But if I throw it too early, the pass lead's not there, and you just basically throw it right into coverage or maybe even interception. You're also watching for this cornerback to bite on the crossing route. Like I said, I'll go as far as to double team this guy because I want to roll in that direction. So we'll go as far as to watch. Like I said, 35 yards, throw it up. That cornerback reacts. And I don't even have my fast receiver out there. I got a pretty good receiver, but I don't have my fast receiver. That cornerback, as we'll go to the replay, reacts to the crossing route. Once he does that, you still have to wait for the pass to 35 yards, which I think is right about here. But once he does that, then you can bomb it up for a one-play touchdown. Next up, we got the corner strike. Against cover 2, pretty much any zone, if you streak the RB route, the B route will typically get open, but against cover 2, it's going to be especially, open. But pretty much any zone will have that effect. The table route's a good play against cover 3 on the left side, cover 3 and cover 4, because typically the cornerback will pull back so far that he won't be in play. But you get an easy one-play touchdown just by streaking the RB route and motioning out the B route. That's all you really have to do. It's best run from a hash mark, but you can see we're going to have a lot of success even without doing that as he gets right up the seam there. If I run from a hash mark, I'll probably have a wide open one-play touchdown. So I'm going to do that real quick. Run from the hash mark to the open side of the field, and you'll have a lot more success. So we'll do that one more time. And that RB route there, as long as I throw it before that safety has a chance to react, that should be gone, but he's coming over and keeping me from scoring a touchdown. But still, easily one play touchdown. I'll put him on a fade this time, see if that really makes a difference. So I'll help him just get out there a little bit further. And I want to score a touchdown. Maybe DuVernay's just not fast enough. As you can see, he's almost getting going. Next up, we have the flanker drive. Same setup as the previous play block, the tight ends. Drag the RB route with the X route or the B route on the flat, and this X route here will get past that safety one more time. It's pretty much the exact same concept as the previous play. Next up, we got the mesh spot. Just put the B route on a streak. That's all you really have to do, and you're going to get an easy one-play touchdown over the top against cover 3. As you can see right there, the quarterback just basically turns around. Because he's more concerned with the wheel route coming underneath him. Next up, we have the Ravens trail. This play is really just a bunch of good man-beating routes, including the B route. This is a cover 2 man, and you can see it still gets inside release. So any man covers these 3 routes in the bunch will have success, including the X route. The X route's a really good man-beating route as well. So this entire play is a man-beating play. Let's hit like I said, the RB route, the A route, pretty much everything's going to be open. It doesn't really matter. If it's a cover 1 robber, though, we'll have to watch out throwing over the middle. Next up, we have the verticals. Against cover 3, especially in old gen, just motion this guy out. We'll get the A route open right up the seam. But you can also get a one-play touchdown, which is obviously a much bigger play on next gen. Put the B route on a streak. That's all you really have to do. And he will get right over the top while that receiver there waits for the tight end to come underneath. So it's just a really easy play. It's in most playbooks. I also find it's best you put this X route, block your right eye, put the X route on a drag and motion him in a lot of times. Give yourself a really good check down also. Next up, we have the Z spot. All you really have to do is streak the B route. That's pretty much it. The RB route here is going to be the play against just about any zone coverage. As you can see, he just gets wide open as the safety gets spread too far apart from the cornerback. That's really all you have to do. Against cover 3, it'll have similar success, but you could also bomb it up for a one-play touchdown. Just going to motion over the running back here, put him into a streak. You won't have a ton of coverage, but that'll keep the safety away. And then the B route here can have a lot of success right over the top. As you can see, we almost have a one-play touchdown. I'll say it's a one-play touchdown, about a little bit more speed. It probably would have been gone, but that's a really easy read. You just have to run it from the hash mark. Next up, we got the 0-1 trap. It's a good inside run play. It's going to be best if you have spread gap-based alignment. Anything that's too tight won't have success, but when it's spread like this, a lot of times they'll expand those gaps with the blocking scheme. So if it's tight, not so much. Right here, if there's no one covering the center, I typically find has a lot of success as well. Like cover 3, like 3-4s will have more
success stopping this than something like a 4-3 because there's not typically somebody covering the center. But ultimately, it's all based off alignment. Next up, we have the bench swap. The running back is going to be best against cover 3 and cover 4. It's just a really good catch and run check down. If you have a fast enough running back, sometimes they'll even beat man coverage. But ultimately, your best play is going to be on the left side. Here we have a man coverage. You're going to see that both these receivers should get open against that, as well against zone. I would say the best setup, though, if you put that Y route on a streak, put the A route on a drag. And this is going to be or the B route or drag, put the A route on a pass block. Just give yourself a little bit more pass pro. But this setup here should be just about any man or zone. As you see here, we probably had a cover 2, and we would have a touchdown if I didn't run out of bounds. But that route will get open against pretty much any zone coverage. So we're going to do that one more time. So we'll just attack one side of the field, although we can attack both. And then you can see here, once again, cover 3, exact same result. Cover 4, the exact same result. Except we got the corner and goes. These outside routes here, well, pretty much every route here is going to be a man covering route. All these routes are really good. Check downs. Deep route would be cover 0, cover 10. Against cover 1 man, you have to smart route them. That's not best to push one out and put on a smart route like this. Keep one on a, well, you can smart route to both, but if you keep one on a smart route and the other one as is, you would have a play that you can cover 0 and man cover 1, because you have to smart route to beat cover 1 man. Except that the mesh spot. Against cover 2, all you do is motion out this route here with the Y route on street. This is a really good play here against cover 2 because this X right here, once you get past that corner, it's forgotten about pretty quick. Now the sidelines by the this is very okay. So we're safe, just to make a safe play. If you run it from the hash mark to the other side,
this ain't no food, man.
Another way to run this play. I just didn't need to show that yet. But that was a cover 4-4. So you guys see this exact same thing. This here basically
No.
Same kind of catch, pull it, and get outside. It's a long-play touchdown against cover 4 quarters. Now, back to cover 2, because it's a one-play touchdown against cover 2 also. So let's go one more time. And I forgot to drag, like I said, doesn't matter. So you can see that I don't know what happened there, why he ran out of backwards. That was nonsense. I didn't really set the play up correctly anyway. So I streaked the wrong guy. The B routes for the guys to streak. You can put the running back on a block. He's not really doing anything anyway. And then once again, we have cover 4 quarters again because I keep forgetting to put it in cover 2. But hey, at least you can see it's consistent.
All right, that's one good dub.
Consistent game behind that cover 4 quarters corner. So let's try that one more time. Let's get the Tampa 2 out there. And like I said, let's streak all the right players. And let's get one play touchdown so we can move on. So like I said, there we go. That should give you enough catch and run space, but I went out of bounds again. But you can see how there's an opportunity if you have a little bit more speed for this to be a one play touchdown against cover 2. Against cover 3, we're going to move the ball back. Against cover 3, I'm just going to put the Y route on the streak. Motion this guy out. I'm going to make sure I put it on cover 3 because I keep forgetting to do that. But here we go. Now I'm going to put the B route on the streak for a play.
Anybody open?
goddamn go to Washington D.C. tomorrow or something. Shit, White House or something. Damn.
Do something to get out, man. No, I just got back on and shit. That time. Cool.
See, this perfectly is just, it's just so well spread because of the 4 wide receivers, and there's just not enough defensive players over there. So we're just going to go ahead and run against random defenses. So I'm just going to go ahead and run it. Like I said, if I just go front to back, eventually somebody's going to get probably in cover 3, that wide route was just streaking right over the center. So if you're not good at reading defenses, this is a really good series of plays to run because you don't really have to read the defenses. You can just start at the front and work your way back. Start the A route, if it gets open, take it. It's very easy to catch and run, very easy to drag type play. If that's not open, then you just make your way back to the wide route. The wide route, I mean, honestly, that's going to be open 9 times out of 10. You can see he was right there. Probably try to make that a little bit better, but you can see he's open pretty much every play too. A lot of times I find myself running it like this because it's just so easy to read, right? You get that arm out, like I said, threw a little bit, maybe a little bit on time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now Pollard. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
You can also just put this A route on a streak, though. You can pull that safety back, and then you can basically just hit this B route outside because he's running something that's not really a streak. It's kind of like it's like a fade almost more than a streak. If you watch the pattern, you can see that he kind of bends to the outside. So all you really have to do is just pull that safety back, wait till he gets past that outside cornerback, and then I have a lot of success outside.
Bip, bip, bip. Now you warming up for me?
Warm what? Oh, I warm up.
What you doing? You on the phone or you in your ear?
NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up, keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route, took off deep downfield, thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold looking long for Thomas. And oh, man, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
She'll get to back these guys off, which I think is just fine, because ultimately I find that hard flag in a blitz like this is going to make the most sense. So this is pretty much going to be the base. Then the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to...
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
I still got the sack. Obviously, there's only 5 blockers, so that plays a big part. Let's go to the replay. Because like I said, I didn't do anything I was supposed to be doing. But you can see the alignment. The fact that I'm hard flag, the fact that these safeties are playing a little bit closer to the box than they are, it's going to make it to the point where they get involved in early reps, maybe a little bit sooner than normal. But ultimately, I did hard flag. So even though these guys are backed off, they will play down to the point where they're going to get away of the short check releases. Now, as far as the blitz goes, I want to typically be down over the center, but you can see them too.
Elliott on 1st down, going to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And guess pass, I didn't really mention there. So it's a really quick set. It's really not that long if you're used to doing it. Because I've been doing it for over a year. I can do it at blindfold. So then I really have 2 options. Number 1, this is a play-action extra play. So the running back's going to stay in play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Elliott. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Just let these switches happen. Back on the straight because we had no running back block.
We're scoreless after 1. 1st and goal from the 3. Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
You should see we have 5 with 6 blockers and 5 wins. Really easy blitz to set up to it. It's only really 2 steps.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Now, as far as this setup goes, it's going to look a lot like the previous setup.
Darnold from the gun. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
mean, it's pretty much going to be the exact same thing.
Here's Darnold.
Obviously, is huge. But the running back is a head.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Darnold. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
And then what happened over the middle is we get an instant A-gap. Because ultimately these guys in the interior line are trying to figure out how to switch.
Darnold to throw again.
So the center tries to switch off the 64, I guess.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by...
Through the middle. Like I said, this is just a super glitchy blitz. The formation itself is the 3-4 odd. I'm going to show you a play that's primarily a pass defense, which is the pinch dog to press. Now, as always, this is brought to you by my coin sponsors at AOEH.com. You guys want to get your MUT team up and Sports Channel at the same time. All you have to do is check them out and use discount code EMAIL. That's right, they've changed it up. They're actually giving you guys 6% off right now if you use discount code EMAIL rather than my traditional discount code, which was money. So if you want to get 6% off, use discount code EMAIL. You get 6% off everything on the website. Now, I went ahead and I chose random gun. The first player is going to be an empty backfield look, but that doesn't really matter. So ultimately, I'm just going to do the exact same setup that I did before. I'm going to base the line, show blitz, and that's going to basically set this pre-snap defense up. The only real change that I'm going to make, I mean, the original video that I showed you guys, I blitzed all linebackers and I guessed pass. That's pretty much going to be the setup now. But now I realize that it's not just because I have an empty backfield look, but I've noticed, and I've been using this a lot online, that when I bring up my defensive ends, I have the option to drop one of these guys back straight to a vertical hook, and I can still have success. Typically what I do is whatever side has the most receivers, I'll drop the defensive end back to a vertical hook, and you'll see that it basically just gives me an extra defender. Before I started doing this, I was pretty much on an island. I was the only person that would stay in this gap, then I would drop back and try to cover the middle by myself. Now I have the ability to do that, and you can see we're going to have a 5-man blitz that will get the exact same amount of pressure as the previous 6 or 7-man blitz, which is essentially what it thinks it is because I'm on blitz. And you'll see we get much better coverage. So, like I said, just make sure that you guess pass, and this is pretty much going to be it. I have to stay home for about a half a second before I drop back, and see the defensive end comes right off the edge, and they're basically just chucking it up into the zone. I played that poorly. So here we go again. We're going to give it's a quick setup too, which is something that's helpful. We're going to give ourselves the vertical hook on the defensive end over the bunch. And like I said, that'll free me up a little bit on the other side here. I got to either follow the running back or, just basically play right over the middle. You can see we get some crazy pressure. I think we have 2 guys coming in there, which, like I said, we only have 5 guys coming. So watch what happens here. This is super glitchy. Watch what happens to this right tackle here because of the vertical hook. Basically, he's going to react to that vertical hook and block nobody. The second the play starts, that vertical hook drops back, and he lets the A-gap linebacker go right past, and he lets the outside linebacker go right around him when he just stands there and blocks nobody. So I'm just going to do this one more time. I'm not going to do this a lot because ultimately I already showed this play. This is just an additional step to give you more coverage. Once again, I have 2 receivers on the left side, so I'm going to come over here, beat this linebacker, drop this defensive end back. Like I said, this just gives me more opportunity to freelance. If I feel the need to chase that running back down, I can do that. There's all types of stuff like that. You can see that must have been pressure related because you got rid of the ball instantly. So we're going to see the exact same reaction in the replay on the left side this time. The left tackle's going to have the exact same reaction to that hook curl. He's basically just going to let this guy run right past him. And the quarterback has to just chuck it up right away. So I'm going to end the video there. If you guys want to see more defenses like this, hit the like button, let me know in the comment section as always. Other than that, I'll try to have a little link popping up here so you guys can check out more defensive videos from this playbook, or it'll be in the description below.
Other than that, thanks for watching Matt My Shit Out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below. Need fast, cheap, reliable nut coins? Go to MMOXP.com for the cheapest coins on the market and use discount code OneShot for the additional 5% off.
No. Thank you. I said thank you.
PA deep and the mesh post will all work the same way I'm going to show you on this next play. But like I said, it's best to just use a PA deep cross because you can home run just about any defense with a PA deep cross. So let's pick that. We'll go over a couple more of those cover 3 one-play touchdowns after this, but let's do this first. So cover 3 sky. So once again, cover 3 one-play touchdowns from this formation. You'll have to run from the highest one to the open side of the field. It's just the way that the game is set up now. So run a stretch play, run a toss play, something like that, just to get to the sideline. Then you're just going to want to streak the A route, streak the X route. Put the running back on a pass block, and I'm also going to slide my protection to the left because I'm going to want to try to move in that direction with this defensive end. And you can see how this guy here just gets right over the top. Now, I threw that a little bit early, but let's go ahead and let's watch the replay to see what happened there. Because